This time of year, when Klal Yisrael on Shabbos reads the Parshias, beginning with Shmos, the Parshias of Shibud Mitzrayim, the Jews in Egypt, the torture, the dehumanization, going through the redemption, Ma'amad Har Sinai, where we received the law, followed by Mishpatim, and on a leap year such as this year, we continue into Truma, into Tzava, the building of the Mishkan, the tabernacle back in the desert, and the Big Day Kahuna, the clothing worn by all the Kohanim, the Kohen Gadol and the Kohanim. We read all of that, and that we've been told is a special time to focus on the Kedusha, the sanctity of Klal Yisrael. So let's try and get a bit of an understanding of what this is really all about. The Jewish people went down to Egypt. This was foretold. Avraham Avinu was already told that we are going to be strangers in a strange land. We will be made to work. We'll be forced forced laborers, and we'll be tortured. And then we will leave Rechush Gadol. Literally, that was referring to this Rechush Gadol. We'll walk out with a lot. Literally, that was referring to the gold and silver that we took out of Egypt. But we understand that in the language of the Torah, the words Rechush Gadol must also be referring to something a lot more meaningful. That we come out of it with something so much bigger. We come out of it bigger people. The entire experience of going down to Egypt and being dehumanized and the torture, where we were denied everything in life, where we had no freedom, it wasn't worth living, we ate the poor man's bread, life was just depressing. Every bit of this world was beaten out of us. We became a people that just lost our pleasure in this world. Life was just terribly depressing. Slaves, discrimination, again, dehumanization. The Ramban writes that any Egyptian could stop a Jew on his way back from work and make him do whatever work he wanted him to do in his house, and they would go out of their way to choose things that would degrade him. Also, it says that we were building things that were collapsing. Things that collapsed, not to have the satisfaction of watching our work survive us. It would fall apart. We were dehumanized, totally dehumanized. The purpose was to change our focus, to change our appreciations. It was so that the Jewish people would no longer be a people that lives for physicality. We were a people that would now replace our previous lives with meaning. In Egypt we had nothing. We came out of Egypt and we had the covenant, we had the law, we had Ma'amad Har Sinai, where Hashem appears to us. Every Jew reached the level of prophecy, and we were given Torah by which we could live God's will in this world. And then the building of the Mishkan, the Shekhinah, Hashem's presence within the Jewish nation. It was the transformation of the Jews as a normal people, partaking in this world the way everybody else does, into a people where physicality as a goal was beaten out of us. And meaning took over. And ever since then, the Jew lives for meaning and meaning only. And that's why you'll find that deep down, as affluent as a Jew may be, as fortunate as he may think he is, something inside him is going to bother him until he finds meaning. And that's why Jews, regardless of how observant they are, have always been involved in causes, social causes. Social concerns have always been a priority for Jews. We stand up for what we believe is morality, although some Jews have a different idea of morality than what the Torah may say. But they're still fighting for it. if it's tolerance, if it's liberty, whatever it is, the Jew needs meaning. Ever since our experience in Egypt, and then Ma'amad Har Sinai, the revelation at Sinai, ever since then, the Jew became a person who lives for meaning, and without it we feel an emptiness. This is the time of year that we refocus ourselves. We remember what we live for, and we make sure that we haven't gotten too caught up in enjoying physicality. Yes, it's pleasant to have. It's unpleasant to be a have-not. But aside from pleasant and what's unpleasant, there's something much more important. We live for meaning. Without meaning, there's nothing to live for. Meaning energizes us. Meaning can make up for whatever else we may be missing. This is the time to focus and become bigger people. Become people of meaning. And people that don't wake up in the morning looking forward to something physical. True, you enjoy it when it's there, but that's not a goal. It's not a goal. It may be a means to making your life more pleasant, making things more doable. But it's not a goal. The goal is meaning. That's what the Egyptian experience taught us. And when it became the Minhag Yisrael to read the Torah once a year, there was a time that it took us years to finish. Every year we finish it so that there's a certain time of the year that the entire Jewish nation is reading just these parshias. That's a time that the Jew refocuses. May we all refocus and remember what we live for and help one another remember what we live for. We at the Jerusalem Kollel are trying to bring that message to the rest of the Jewish people. Come join us and bring that message home. The Jew lives for meaning. And we have a wonderful Shovavim, followed by, of course, a wonderful Purim and Pesach.